We must hear 30 to 40 times a month talking with women about their health concerns that, Dr. Adam, I'm just exhausted, but my labs are normal. My doctor can't give me any explanation as to why I'm feeling this way. And they just said to take these meds and come back if things get worse. So if that's you struggling with this, or you know someone who's struggling with this, and you have a cup of coffee or 5 in the morning, just to give you a little boost, but then you fall right back into the fatigue, then there's probably a deeper reason here. There's probably an underlying cause. So that's why today we're going to walk through 3 red flags that your fatigue is not just due to aging or to stress or to just being in a busy season. Okay, so we're going to break down what could actually be underneath this. So the first red flag is that you're tired even after rest. So even if you sleep 7, 8, 9 hours, you still wake up feeling groggy. And you might take a weekend finally to just relax, but you still feel drained. Okay, that's not normal. That's not being normal tired. That's a sign that the energy factories inside your cells, your mitochondria, are really struggling, right? They're not producing energy efficiently. And why is that? Well, often it's because of inflammation, which is due to a number of things: toxin exposures, poor gut health, the modern diet, a number of reasons. Blood sugar instability can also cause that, which is also big, or is very largely affected by your diet and exercise or lack thereof and stress. And finally, nutrient deficiencies. If you're deficient in nutrients like B12, magnesium, or CoQ10, then your mitochondria in your cells are not getting what they need to produce energy. It's like burning wood to create fire and energy from that. You don't have the wood, you're not going to have any fire energy. So we had one of our clients say, I sleep 10 hours and I still need a nap. Well, no surprise, her iron was low and her gut just wasn't absorbing the nutrients. And once we fixed those problems, her energy finally came back, and it didn't take long either. The second red flag is that you crash hard after eating meals, especially larger meals, or you crash around midday. And so if your energy is nosediving after you have lunch, or you get foggy after having a carb-heavy meal, right, then your blood sugar is likely swinging wildly. And most women just assume that this is just what happens after you turn 30 and you get older, right? But it's just not. It's just not the case after all of our experience helping women to reverse chronic health issues naturally. This pattern is usually driven by irregular meals, like skipping breakfast. And so let's not skip breakfast, right? Instead, let's have protein and healthy fat-rich meals at breakfast. Also due to eating too many refined carbs and not enough protein-rich foods. Protein and good fats are what give you nice, stable energy. Keep your blood sugar and your mood nice and even, and your energy smooth throughout the day. And finally, thyroid dysregulation. So this pattern of energy crashing later in the day is a sign of thyroid imbalance. So the thyroid is supposed to supply all of your cells with energy. But chronic stress and, again, diet and just not living a healthy lifestyle tends to slowly deteriorate the thyroid, and if not also by autoimmune. A lot of women are affected by autoimmune disease. 3 out of 4 hypothyroidism cases actually are women, and are Hashimoto's, by the way, is the main point here. So that can be due to this thyroid disease, could be due to autoimmune, it could be your diet, it could be a lot of things. But with this type of energy pattern, it is very often an underlying component. And it's not just one of these things, it's usually a combination of the nutrition, of the carbs, the blood sugar, the thyroid, even if you don't have overly abnormal thyroid issues on your labs. This is where women say, my doctor told me my labs are normal, but I don't feel normal. It's because your doctor just didn't look deep enough at the right labs. And even seeing a lab that might look normal, quote unquote normal to them, is just average. Average is not normal. If look around, open your eyes and look around at this country, the average person is not healthy. So we look at your labs with a different perspective. So whereas your doctor might be saying, oh, your thyroid labs are normal, we might see that and say, I don't think so. Or your blood sugar, or your inflammatory markers. So instead of grabbing just toast or fruit, try balancing breakfast with protein. Like, think eggs, think nut butters, think leftover chicken from the night before. It doesn't have to be breakfast food. Your body doesn't know the difference between different meal times. It's just your mind. We've been conditioned to believe this. Okay, so blood sugar stays stable. When that happens, your energy will also stay stable. Number 3, the third red flag pattern is that you feel wired but tired. So you're exhausted. This often happens late at night, but your brain just won't shut off. You lie in bed, but your mind is just buzzing. It's just going. And this is classic adrenal dysfunction where cortisol, your stress hormone, is too low in the morning when it normally should be high to kick you awake to become alert. And then at night, it's spiking when it normally should be low so that you can fall asleep and be nice and relaxed and not thinking too much or anxious. And so this is probably why you might feel tired and anxious at the same time. Like you can't fully rest or focus. And so one woman that we work with actually had this exact pattern. Her cortisol was flat in the morning upon testing that we did, and it spiked at night. And her gut showed signs of inflammation too, and these things are all connected. And so after rebalancing her rhythm and addressing her gut and her stress management tools and her time management, she was finally able to sleep through the night and feel good in the morning, feel like herself, get up and have energy to go about her day and not feel like she had to peel herself out of bed with a spatula. So if you recognize any of these three signs, then your fatigue is likely caused by something with your biology, some real reason underlying this going on with your body. It's not just motivation. But the thing is here that the cause is not the same for everyone. And so it's very important to figure out what it is for you. We all have something. We have something causing our lack of optimal health. Just getting to the bottom of what that is for you. So for some, it's gut health. For others, blood sugar. For others, stress hormones. And so that's why we created the root cause quiz. Okay, this quiz, it maps your symptoms into real patterns, right? So you can stop guessing and figure out where are the lever points for you to actually hold on to and pull so you can maximize your health. So we've had over 1,000 women take this quiz to uncover what's really driving their exhaustion, even other symptoms, and start to finally find a healing path that makes sense for them. It's totally free. It's linked in the description below here. So it just takes a few minutes. Find that link and go through it. Set aside some time to invest in figuring out what's at the bottom of your symptoms. And this video helped you to feel seen finally, like someone finally gets me. Drop a comment below and let us know about that, how that feels, what it's been like for you to go through all of this, and which of these three signs hit home the most. We'll see you in the next one.